strong ridership for 2018, but it really got us thinking about what should our goal be for 2019, right? 2018 we were preparing for the opening of Southern expansion. We were doing a lot of things to make sure people were ready for that. We introduced the new schedule. We just had a lot going on, and so 2019, taking some of that momentum, how do we bring that into 2019? And so our team got together to take a look at where we wanted to go. And, first we wanted to set a transaction goal. So if we got $1 million in 2018, we wanted to kick it up a notch, and $1.5 million for 2019. That would be, for weekday ridership, that would be around 5,900 a day. We think that's achievable, and so we are going to do a number of things along the system to increase that ridership. One of the things that we learned, obviously we do want to increase it along the entire system, but it's not a one-size-fits-all. And so what we really want to do is take a look, a more surgical approach to how we market the system. What we do for Link Central is not the same as what we need to do for Kissimmee or Sanford or the other stations. They all, what I think is one of the really neat things about SunRail, they all have a uniqueness about them. The customers are unique, the needs are unique, the areas around the stations are unique, and so we want to make sure that we capture that in our marketing plan. We also wanted to take a look, and I wanted to mention that I'm looking forward, Mr. Kelly, to you using the SunRail for our next meeting. And what I would point out is you'll be taking the 9 o'clock train out of DeBerry, and that 9 o'clock train was only introduced last year. We didn't have, that was one of our gaps, that we got so much feedback that, we have mid-morning meetings downtown, and we really, the 8 o'clock is too early, the 10 o'clock is too late, and so we introduced that 9 o'clock train. So I'm looking forward to you experiencing that 9 o'clock train. But what we do want to take a look at is some of those off-peak trains, the 9 o'clock, the 11, 12:30, 1:30 in the afternoons. I'm talking southbound, but there are companions northbound too, to see how we can create that midday lift, making sure people know that we have changed our schedule, that there are more opportunities. So we'll be marketing that. We'll be making sure that people are very well aware of our schedule. One of the other things that we want to do is we want to increase the Sun card usage. We have, of course, our fare system is paper tickets. Those paper tickets are for single-day use. But really what we want to promote is the Sun card usage. Sun card is a prepaid card that you hold on, you establish an account, and you can take advantage of our weekly, monthly, or annual passes, but you can also put stored value on it. And I think sometimes we don't promote enough the stored value and the 10% bonus that you use. And so often when we take a look at some of the connectivity challenges that we have, what we find is that people are pressed for time. And they may be pressed for time because they didn't get to the platform on time to purchase a paper ticket, whereas if they had that Sun card with the stored value, they're just tapping on. They're not waiting for a paper ticket to dispense. So we really want to take a look at some of those opportunities. We're doing a lot of analysis for the past usage, again, at each individual station, because how we market it to riders at Winter Park is going to be different than how we market it to Church Street. And so we do want to make sure that we're getting the right information to people and messaging it in a way to really increase that opportunity for them to purchase those Sun cards and use those Sun cards. And then, as was touched on earlier, the connectivity. We are working very closely with links. There are, I'm a person that likes to put things into buckets to try to really try to determine what the issue is to try to figure out what the best solution is. And so there are some connection times when we changed our schedule. We created some additional meets at the stations that hadn't been there previously. quickly. And so now that Lynx has had some opportunity to take a look at our schedule, to take a look at the meets, they've made some modifications to their operating times. Most recently, they just made some adjustments to the Link 111 from Sand Lake over to the airport. We refer to that as the train to plane. So the next thing that we need to do now that we have kind of closed some of that connectivity gap as it relates to that, I'm using that one as an example, what we need to do is we need to make sure that that information gets to the customers. There is nothing that causes me more panic than to get somewhere and to see the bus leaving. And so I was sharing with Commissioner Janer earlier this week, we had a customer complaint that they felt that the bus had left them. And so we really dove into it and took a look. And it wasn't that bus was leaving on schedule. That wasn't their connection bus. And so what we want to do is make sure that we have the right information to folks so they know, don't worry, your bus is leaving in 9 minutes. You have plenty of time to cross over to the station area in order to make your connection via the bus. And so we do have our ambassadors on the platforms. We want to make sure that they have that information. We have given them an additional tool so they can capture some of this customer feedback and also their own observations, as Ms. Keeney mentioned, that they can capture it in real time and on the platform. And so they provide that information to us so we can really start to determine where it is we have an issue. Is it a true connection issue? And of course, we'll get with Lynx and we'll work with that. Or is it a communication issue? Is it a messaging issue? Is it giving people the right tools when they need them? And so that's one of the things that we're going to be incorporating into our communication plan for 2019.